All right, welcome and thank you for joining me, Mr. Conway. This is our first edition of Wingin' It with Noordhoek, and that's what we're going to do here, kind of an informal talk. We'll eat some wings. We are celebrating the first pepper in our attendance challenge being captured. It was captured by 11th grade. So these first wings here are the lowest level of the Buffalo Wild Wings hotness scale. So when you get into the red, this is the lowest level of the red. And so we're going to eat these while I ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Sure.
And 11th graders, you have all been entered into a raffle for a chance at Wingstop gift cards. So 11th grade, congratulations, you were the first to reach a pepper. Now, Mr. Conway, as we get started here, on a scale of me, who hates hot foods, to someone who loves hot foods, where do you stand?
I'm probably more on the love hot food.
Okay.
I like it spicy, so.
Great, so this will probably be easier for you
Okay.
as we go through here. All right, so as we eat, I just have a few questions I'm going to start off with as we get started. Can you just share a little bit with students, what was high school like for you?
Should I take a bite first? And then
Sure.
Those are good. High school for me was really fun, actually. I was involved in a lot of things. And, sorry. Let me chew. I was involved quite a bit. I did several different bands. Played football, was on the track team. I had an older sister that she was a senior when I was a freshman, so I knew a lot of people, and so high school for me was a lot of fun. We did move from Indiana to Michigan during my high school career. That was hard, trying to meet new friends, but I enjoyed my high school experience quite a bit.
Sorry, what would you say is the best part of the school year for you so far?
Actually, just like meeting my new ninth graders and getting to know them. And then the nice thing about ninth grade is I get to kind of continue my relationships with the kids that I've had before. So for me, this year has been great meeting them and getting to know them and realizing that they're really not that bad.
All right, and can you share something with students about yourself, excuse me, that maybe, I'm feeling it, that maybe they do not know about you?
Well, a while back, I was in this really awesome band called Bad Education, and we tore down the house at the talent show. I think it was 2015. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But I was lead singer. Just rocked it. So my claim to fame, and one thing maybe some of you don't know, that, lead singer, Bad Education. Look them up.
And when did you come up with that title? Were you preparing to be a teacher at that time? Were you already?
We were, so Mr. McKenna, Mr. Skowski, they were all in the band, several former staff members, so we all kind of came up with, Mr. Foote, he shredded lead guitar, so we all kind of came up with the group name together.
Is this available on YouTube?
Yeah, Mr. Patton's site, actually.
Great.
You can find it there.
Excellent. Maybe we can incorporate a segment onto announcements. This attendance challenge is different than our first one because tardies count against students. And so every tardy that a student has is costing their grade level a point. As a classroom teacher, how do you feel about tardies and how do they impact you in the classroom?
Well, the impact is it's a distraction, for students to walk in a few minutes late or 5 minutes late. Then you have to reteach and get everybody back on board. But the tardies, I really don't see why we're late to class. There's obviously some exceptions, if you have an emergency or you're in somebody else's classroom or the office, that's acceptable. But we have 5 minutes, right? Be intentional with what you're doing in your passing time. If you need to use the bathroom or get a drink, do that. But get to where you're supposed to be, because that's real life.
Yeah, at your job, they're not going to give you a Friday school or multiple notices.
No, they won't.
For sure. All right, I'm a little nervous where the next level of hotness is going to take us because I'm already feeling this one, but my goal is not to open up my milk or water, and you were pretty confident. You didn't even unwrap your milk,
right.
So I didn't have to hit that at all. I think when the camera turns off, I may. But thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Conway.
You're welcome.
First edition. And as we finish eating, I'd like to update the leaderboard. So currently in first place is 11th grade with 3,730 points. As a class, they won the last 3 weeks of this competition. They're followed by 12th grade at 3,598 points. 10th grade currently sits in third with 3,589, and 9th graders are rounding things out with 3,503. 10th grade, you had the biggest improvement last week, dropping your tardies from 92 down to 66 for the week as a class. You're going to need to increase your attendance rate, which was the lowest of any grade last week, if you're going to close this gap. Seniors, you had quite the surge last week. You reduced your tardies from 100 to 72 as a class and registered the second highest attendance rate at 90.2%, which was 902 points. Our next pepper is up for grabs at 5,000 points. The class prize for that will be a staff versus student volleyball game with a treat. Me and another guest will enjoy hot wings once that's reached. And Mr. Conway, do you think you would be willing to play in the staff versus student volleyball game?
Oh yeah, I'll tear it up.
All right, excellent. Yeah. And then I do have one more request for you before we go. I need someone to join me for the next level of heat, which will be the hot wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. So do you have someone you'd like to nominate to join me next?
Yeah, I think I'm going to call out Mr. Lambert. I think he needs to join you and sit down and have a conversation and enjoy some hot wings.
Perfect. So Mr. Lambert, the challenge has been issued. I hope you'll join me. That's a wrap for us. Students, make sure you're here on time to every class, every day. Good luck as we work toward that next hot pepper. Thank you.